Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Anushka and today I've got a tutorial on how you can get shine-free skin. Okay guys, let's get started. So I wanted to talk about skincare first. So when you've got an oily skin, which I do, and it's mostly concentrated in my T-zone, so my forehead, my nose, my chin. My nose is notorious, like if I don't wear like a shine control anything, by 9-10 o'clock, if I've put my makeup on at 7:30, I'm shiny already, even by, I don't know, 8:30. So I've just got a lot of oil in my skin, and it's not a bad thing. Oil's not a bad thing. Oil actually keeps you younger longer. So all I figure is that I just need the right tools to combat the oil. So skincare is major. It's a major part of controlling the oil on your face. So the first thing you want to do is get yourself a really good face wash that's for oil control. There's so many out there, so many good supermarket brands that carry them, so go check that out. And then also I use a toner. So I use Neutrogena Fresh Foaming Cleanser first, which takes all my makeup off and also cleanses the excess oil. And then I use a toner, and that just gets rid of any other kind of dirt or residue that might be on the skin. And then I use this one. So this is, I've been using this for about probably 4 months now. This is Neutrogena Oil-Free Facial Moisturiser. And it's got an SPF in it, so I only use it during the day. So if you didn't know, SPF is only really to be used during the day. You shouldn't be using an SPF at night because it clogs your pores, and it's also a waste of product. There's just no need. So I would get a night moisturizer that nourishes the skin and puts all the goodness back in, so while you're sleeping your skin has a time to repair itself. So I've already put on my moisturizer. My skin's feeling lovely and clean. So next I've got a primer, and I don't always put on a primer, but if I want to just, you know, make that makeup last all day, have that shine free look, I will reach for my Bourjois Happy Light Primer. I'll just put a couple of pumps of that in my hand and we'll pop that on. Just mostly I'm going to pop it on in my T-zone, on my chin, on my forehead, and it honestly feels, this one feels really nice. It feels lovely actually. It just almost feels like another moisturizer, but it's not heavy at all. And within like a couple of seconds, it's dried and it's cooling. And I'm just kind of, you know, patting it into the rest of my skin, which for me doesn't really need it. If you get oily cheeks and oily everywhere, then I just, you know, put maybe one more pump and pop that all over. So that's my primer. I would just let my primer sit for, you know, a few seconds, but this one's so good, it's already absorbed into the skin. So this is the Stay Matte Liquid Mousse Foundation, and I've got the colour Natural Beige. So I'm going to pop some of that. It's quite a moussey texture, and I'm just going to pop, you know, just a little bit, because a little bit goes a long way. It feels quite thick on the skin, but it doesn't feel heavy. So I don't know if that makes sense, but it's got a really thick texture, but it's not, I don't know, it's not that heavy. But if you're like prone to oil breakout like me, you just want something to set, and then, well, I know I do. I just want something to set, and then I don't have to worry about it again, and I want to look in the mirror and look the same that I looked when I applied it. So let's blend this all over the face with my Real Techniques buffing brush, which is brilliant. It's the kind of foundation that you do have to make sure it's blended well, because it can look a bit streaky if you don't. But it doesn't take that long. And it's got, as you can see, really good coverage. So now I'm going to pop my under eye concealer on and also cover up some blemishes. So the first one I've got for covering up blemishes is the Maybelline Superstay 24 Hours. I don't know about the 24 hours, but it's a good product and it's quite dark, so it's on my skin, it's quite good. So I'm just going to pop some on, little blemishes, and that's going to stay in place. So, you know, and I'm just seeing little bits that I haven't blended properly, so that's good. Just go in, use your finger, blend them in. Alright, and then get your little, actually just use your finger to blend the concealer in. Alright, now I'm going to do my under eyes. So I'm doing all of this before I get my powder out. So I've got a really great shade here. It's much lighter than my skin colour, and that's to give me a bit of brightness in my skin. And this is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles, and I've talked about this a lot, as have a lot of YouTubers, and for good reason. It's a great under eye concealer. Okay, so just blending in with my Real Techniques, what's this one called? Setting brush. I always forget the name of this little brush. And I'm just going to set the under eye concealer. This is always a really important step because you don't want that to move around, and especially if you're, you know, you've got a few lines under there, you don't want all that concealer and all that hard blending work that you've just done. You don't want that to all be undone by creasing, because then you'll have to use your finger and blend it out, and that's annoying because you've just spent all that time putting it on. So then I'm going to set my T-zone. So before I do anything, I'm going to go in with my Healthy Balance pressed powder, and this says Asian Fruit Therapy, Hydrating and Anti-Shine, and it's actually got like a fruity smell and it's nice. So I get my large powder brush from Real Techniques, pop this on chin, nose and forehead. Now because that Stay Matte is a mattifying product, I am not going to put too much powder on because I'm just going to look cakey. So I want to keep the shine at bay, but I don't want to have layers of makeup because it's oil. It's going to come through eventually. It's actually a natural thing. So I don't want to mask my face, but I'm just trying to get the longevity of my makeup to extend. I'm going to use my Naked One palette, a fantastic palette, and I'm just going to pop, what are my knees today? I'm just going to go really neutral. I'm going to use the colour Sin all over my eyelid. And just pop that on. It's so pretty. And I'll just put like a little bit of this colour. I didn't even show you that colour, sorry. So that's Sin there, the second from the end. And I'm going to put Buck, which is more of a matte tone, that one there. I'm going to pop that in my crease. So just very subtle, blend it in with a nice fluffy brush. I don't know how I got through my teenage, early 20s because I never did my eyebrows. I just thought, they're dark, why do I need to do them? And I think as I've got older I realised that it's not about making them, you know, penciled in or drawing them in or anything. It's just about defining them. So you find that they really, like, you know, you hear the eyebrows are the windows of the face, or sorry, the frame, window frame? Frame, something frame of the face, and I think it's so true. Like, you watch how, once I do my eyebrows, and this is just Australis brow tint, which is so cheap. I think it's like $7 or something like that. And oh my gosh, it's brilliant. It's just brilliant because look how easy it is. It's like a mascara brush but slightly smaller, and you just comb it through and they're done. And like, already, don't you think I look more polished? Anyway, so let's pop some mascara on. I'm just going to curl my lashes, and I'm going to grab my Max Factor, what's this called? Masterpiece High Definition Mascara. And I tell you what, Max Factor mascaras are fantastic. You don't, like, I don't reach for Max Factor when I go to the shop really at all, but since using this mascara, I'm so impressed. I'm going to pop some blush on. I've got this really pretty blush from Essence. It's called Blush Up, and it's in the colour Heat Wave, and I just, honestly, it's really pretty. It's got like a orange to pink shade, thing happening. And I'm just going to sweep my brush across. This is the Real Techniques Multitasker. And I'm not going to do bronzer today. The last thing I've got is some lipstick. I'm not going to put lip liner on. I'm just going to keep it really simple. I've got this Rouge Edition 12-hour lipstick in Beige Cocooning. It's obviously French, Beige. And this is a really pretty pinky peach shade. There you go. That's the finished look. So you can see my T-zone is nice and matte. My colours are, you know, really neutral. It's a lovely day look. I just think that, you know, if you can get your base right, especially for an oily skin, you're just gonna have so much more success maintaining your look throughout the day.